great tree finally burst into flame. "Chameleon!" cried Abba, and rushed forward to peer between the untouched leaves on the far side of the tree. He then pulled the bung from the tree's supply of water and filled a large gourd with the precious liquid, throwing it with all his might at the flames while the animals stepped forward to help him. Again and again he filled their containers until the flames died away. Then he ran with the last lot of water to the far side of the tree. He was in such a hurry that the bung remained lying on the ground where it had fallen, and the water cascaded down the old tree and ran away between her giant roots, washing away Abba's offering of small white shells and the soft white sand. It ran away before the astonished eyes of the silent animals, who saw the fine sand turn a darker shade until the stream of water ran dry and came no more. Hare knelt down and cupped the wet sand in his hot paws and cried large tears which rolled down his charcoal cheeks. They found Chameleon clinging to a branch of the tree, both eyes closed and not breathing. Abba carefully uncurled his small fingers and laid him in the shade, while Brer Rabbit ran to get some soda water to pour over him and try to revive the poor little creature. "It's no good," cried Crawler. "He's gone. All that nasty smoke was his undoing." But gradually, with the cool soda water, and his small sides started to heave once more, and he opened one eye, rolled it around several times, and then slept for several hours in Abba's lap while the animals discussed their future. Now that the precious water was gone, they would have to move to other homes until the rainy season replenished the secret store and they could safely return to the arms of the old baobab. "Life is full of pitfalls," choked Crawler, slumped against the tree. "But I shall get even with that arch villain, molester of innocent toads and trees. I'll teach him to fix my whistle. I'll show him I'm not a creature to be lightly dismissed," said Crawler, in a small, determined croak. The small group of animals climbed steadily upwards through low scrub and herb-scented bushes until they came to a dark overhang hung with wet ferns and moss, so springy and such a soft, moist green that it reminded Hare of the lawns on the bowling green in his small village in Devon. He touched the soft surface and felt it spring back under his sensitive pads. "What a rotten idea," grumbled Crawler. "I'm sorry I suggested coming here at all. It's all so gloomy," sighed Crawler, reluctant to proceed any further. "Come on," said Lion. "It can't be much further." And he led the way through the tangle of wild, wet branches that swayed with their weight, but which held them suspended over the deep chasm beneath, until they stepped onto a smooth rock ledge, and there it was, a cave. Its mouth was shut with a great iron-studded door, which was firmly closed. "I hope he's at home. I shall give him a piece of my mind and use some very strong language too," said Brer Rabbit, and he thumped the ground in a temper. "It's no good swearing at the devil," said Crawler. "We have to outwit him." "A good punch on the nose is what I'd like to give him," cried the American Rabbit. "A punch from your small paw wouldn't do any good at all." "Lion has the largest paws. Let him have a go," suggested Hare. Lion turned around in alarm. "Please, no trouble for Lion. Lion has many children in Rome and would like to see them again," he begged. Okay, said Brer Rabbit. "If you want to step down, then step down. But Chameleon shall not go unavenged." "Hear, hear," chorused the animals. They felt a little bolder than they had felt when they set out in Brer Rabbit's super traveller that morning before the sun was fully up. Hare gave the great door a tentative push, and it creaked open a few inches. "It's not locked," he whispered. "He can't have many callers up here. It's such a hard climb into Devil's Kloof," said Crawler, and pushed boldly past Hare, leading the others into the dark tunnel. "Let's have that torch of yours, Brer Rabbit," he said boldly. The brilliant light from the rabbit's torch flickered over the walls. They were hung with great tapestries of battle scenes, of ships at sea going down before the raging waters, of volcanic eruptions and fleeing people, of every disaster known to man. Then the torch flickered downwards to reveal ancient furniture stolen from the Egyptian tombs themselves and stacked to the ceiling. Thrones of kings, symbols of pomp and circumstance, lined the walls. "What a load of old rubbish," said Hare. "Rubbish? Are you mad, dear boy? Every piece you see here is worth a fortune. Quite genuine." And Crawler ran his fingers over the finely carved pieces and sat a moment on a silver inlaid throne made for an Indian princess. "Listen," whispered Hare, who could hear a stealthy sound, like a rough sack being dragged across a wooden floor. Ringed around them in the gloom, the torch revealed a circle of green eyes. Crawler picked one of the creatures out clearly with a beam of light. Before them was a pure white large reptile, a giant cave lizard. "I'm not waiting to find out if they are friendly," shouted Brer Rabbit, and he bolted for the door, followed by the others in close pursuit. After their scramble down the kloof, they came to the spot where they had parked the vehicle. They were just in time to see a dark figure in a slouch hat climb into the driver's seat and drive off. "Oh, how dare he!" cried Brer Rabbit, jumping up and down and waving his arms. But it was hopeless. He was soon over the horizon, and they would have a long and tiring walk back to the baobab tree. "I feel quite rootless without that precious vehicle," cried Brer Rabbit. "You will have to help me to recover it, or my trip around Africa will be ruined, absolutely ruined." There," said Hare.